This is a Big Bell production.
Welcome to We the High Note. This is a movement to celebrate the culture of Birmingham, Alabama, and the hip-hop scene that has never died. Ever since there's been hip-hop right here. And when I discovered hip-hop in Birmingham, it was right here at the High Note Lounge, okay? Like, I didn't help build the scene, I helped contribute to a scene that was here. Like, you was already having stuff like the Eargasm Last Sunday Showcase. You had groups from like the Red Light District, to Alabama Power, to the Green Sea, before they was the Green Sea, when they were just r-tist, complete DJ effects, Sam Adams, producer extraordinaire. Like, if you met him and you ran into him and you ended up collaborating with him, and you was in Birmingham, chances are you crossed their path right at the High Note. So we celebrating that spirit forever. We the High Note. Peace. Bar right here, push it. No, next to it, to the right.
The long
one.
That
right
one.
there. Yeah, push it. What you think? What? Yo.
Are you gonna be shy the whole time?
Even if she don't cook, we well fed. And even if she don't bake, we break bread. That girl from Alabama. Enough said. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing. Enough said. And even if she don't cook, we well fed. And even if she don't bake, we break bread. That girl from Alabama. Enough said. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing. Enough said. I walked into the High Note Lounge when I first started rapping. When I first started rapping professionally, right? Like, I'm thinking I'm gonna do a CD. And the dopest part is it was a scene already. Like, before I had any equipment or had any whatever, it was people had CDs that they recorded, had studios, knew people with studios. And this is the day of the ADAT, where you had to have no people with equipment, with no CD burners. If you had CDs, you had to order CDs and get them back. But I knew people doing that. So it was so real. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I wonder if I can make it. It was like, this is what we gonna do after we make it. That was the conversation. Like, that's what the culture was like. And to me, that's what's not told. Because a lot of times I hear younger people saying, well, Birmingham really don't have a scene. We don't have no OGs to kind of show us the way. And from their perspective, we don't. Because where's the evidence? And so this is my submission. This is Exhibit A. We, the High Note, you know? I was wondering if he's going to be able to fall through the studio. I'll be here till you get here. You coming? I'm finna send you the dress. You can go get something to eat. I got pound cake and coffee here, but you can go get something to eat. I got you. All right, that's what's up. Oh.
The first time I went down there, I was by myself. No, I went with a group. We went with a group called Josh Squad, if I remember correctly, man. We went down there to check it out. A couple of my homies rocked. It was me and MC. That's it. MC. It was me, my dude, Complete. He in Green Sea now with r-tist. My man Chosen, MC. He's deceased now. He passed a few years back, around 05. We went down there, man, to check it out. We was at the Eargasm. We had Supreme and Poltergeist hosting it. You know what I mean? Man, Radu on the mix and stuff. And man, it was just the vibe and the feeling of hip hop at that point, man, because it was just so authentic, and that's what the city was needing, and they didn't even know it was there. You know what I'm saying?
They hear me spitting, now they clap. Though bars, homie, got a death toll and leave everybody with strep throat. This is the season for you to agree. I'm the best in the city. You got 'em, I beat 'em. Lyrical genius, you said it, I seen it. They offered the crown, but this fitted the cleanest. I'm closing doors on you mumbling rappers. You say that you moving, but you do it backwards. This ain't a threat, it's a warning to vets. Open your ear to a note in the flesh. Since I've been eating these beats and these mics, all these rappers nearby don't be sleeping at night. Think I'm believing the hype? They see in my teeth as I approach, and that's if I bite. Bang! Not trying to be dissing for views. I'm trying to throw punches to beats that are bruised. Help people get to the sea like a cruise. Thought I was banging, I pity the fool. Some people don't got the clue, got the muzzle on now. When it's off, I'm a zoo. I'm working on popping off too. I'm clueless to power. I have what I'm able to do. Bang!
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
I was born with two others, God and my mama. Ever since then, it's been me and myself and more drama. No hummus, no bling, no cheddar, no cheese, and yet I do this with ease. Can't y'all tell it's a breeze? My flows change like the way that the wind blows, with those that keep their windows closed throughout the winter, fresher than the mouth full of Mentos. Or them soft peppermints your grandma asks for every Christmas. United States of Sulfur ain't the track, it's the isthmus. Even if you don't buy us, ain't no way you could diss us. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Ain't no better, real MC. I shine cause my talent is a gift from above. I been doing it for the love, but love don't pay the rent. If I sold this for $1, you try to pay 50 cents. You can't hustle a hustler, hide shit from a smuggler. Confuse a juggler, pop more shit than a bubbler. Get in where you fit in, a tattle fucking puzzle up. I'ma keep on spitting till all my time is guzzled up. Punk MCs better knuckle up, some of y'all is fucking up. Too many niggas saying the same old shit, and too many industry bullshit hits. Not enough of y'all be supporting the real. And some of these real brothers feel the same shit we feel. Heat recognize heat and game do the same. If I was Rick James, bitch, this song is Mary Jane. And let that marinate on your mental by how it just flowed. You can roll my written lyrics with no herb and get blowed. Next level this shit. So come and check us at a show. Respect and always adapt or pound from your bro. Sometimes when the crowd be repeating your flows. So buy the CDs so you can learn all of those rhymes.
Rhymes.
Yeah.
Rhymes.
That way. Feel me? Feel me?
Yes, sir.
So that's what it is. We the High Note. I don't know, you ever been to the High Note Lounge?
I have, honestly, man, I haven't been anywhere.
Even perfect. That's even better. That's even
I haven't been
So
anywhere.
that's what look, that's even better. So the High Note Lounge is where I discovered hip hop in Birmingham. Like when I wanted to be a rapper, that's why I went. But it was already a scene. It was like the Eargasm. It was the last Sunday showcase. It was stuff popping off, right? Like it was award shows. It was cats. And like this is before CD burners. People had CDs.
Yeah.
But that's how
Hip-hop,
committed the
yeah.
people at the scene was, everything. And so they closed down the High Note Lounge earlier this year. So what I want to do is produce a mixtape, We the High Note, to kind of capture the spirit of the High Note collaboration and make sure it's out. So that's what it is. This like the posse cut, which is also a tribute to when
This is dope.
right?
This is
So that's
dope.
what's up. No doubt. This
This is dope.
That's
Yes,
what's up.
sir.
So that's
Yes,
what we
sir.
doing. So I'm glad you made it through, man. That's what's
Of
up.
course.
Boom. Look in there. You gonna be able to see it. Watch this.
Oh, hey, hey, hey. Oh, never been afraid to say just what I need. If you wanna be with me, know that I can set your soul free. But when you come to me, come correct, and you will see we can build and we can be part of nature's symphony. How we're meant to be.
So I was not a part of Eargasm, but I remember, I think it was like 2008 when I discovered that a scene was already on in Birmingham. This was kind of like more poetry than hip hop when I discovered it. There was Thed, there was Yogi, there was Viv and Obey at, what was the name of it? Oh, I can't even remember the name of the spot now. But I just remember it was so cool to get together with a bunch of people who enjoyed exactly what they did. And I started to write. I had always written, but I started to write more consciously. Started doing a little bit of performing as a singer. And just the feeling, the vibe of being around like-minded people, there's nothing like it in the world. So I met Thed it was 2008. Did perform city stages with him and John Paul, and I think I performed the High Note one time, and it was just all love. So glad to be back with It Is Written, not one, not two, but three. and doing it again, classic weekend.
You know what I mean? This was like pre-YouTube, pre-internet. So imagine having shows that everybody knew about it with no tweet, with no Instagram. It was word of mouth. You know what I mean? It was. You was at everybody's house because that's what the studios was. You know what I'm saying? It was the backseat of cars. It was parking lots. You know, it was a lot of phone calls and emails, and it was a lot of collaborative effort because it used to cost like a lot of money to order CDs because you couldn't order 2 CDs, 3 CDs. You had to get it like minimum of 100. And so you had to, you know, that was the re-up game. You know what I'm saying? You was doing hand over fist distribution. You buy them, you find the little shops like Music and More that would actually let you sell your music on consignment. And then, boom, you had to sell them, re-up, sell them, re-up. But the major place for distribution is where all the artists hang out. The High Note Lounge. So, you know, they tearing it down. It's going to be some apartments, but, you know, before this was here, it was hip-hop. Hip-hop is older than what we call it, you know what I'm saying? I personally believe rap is an acronym, rhythm and poetry. So how long we been doing poetry over drums? It was before they started DJing. So it's really an infinite type of way to communicate. We had it here, we had it authentic here, and it's still here. We the High Note. The rocking horse, the High Note. This is the High Note. So it's ironic that we down here to get footage of it, that they in the middle of getting rid of it. But anyway, we the High Note. When I first discovered hip hop in Birmingham and trying to be an active participant, this was the spot. It was a vibing scene. The stage was over here. Like, if you can see the black in that corner, that's the back of the actual stage. That's what we get down. The elevator stage too, like what about maybe 4 feet out the ground. You kind of see where the rim was. That brown is where the stage was. Had like another ball over here. Sound booth. Probably where this pile of junk is.
We did a showcase there. Meet that, r-tist, complete rap. It was called the Rapskillions, the Return of the Rapskillions. We did a showcase there at the High Note. Man, we had some puppets and everything. Like, yo, we had some puppets. It was the host of the show.
That's super hard.
You know what I mean? Oh, man, it was so dope. I can't forget Abstract Chemistry and Death Rock Crew, man, because they was a part of that as well, man. And, man, that was awesome. And I wish more people could have came out. I wish we could have did a second installment of that, man. It ain't too late. All of us still doing something around the city. But, man, the High Note, man, that's where hip-hop lived, man, in the city at the time, during that era. You know, it's still living. It's just moving around right now.
Matter of fact, Tig, you was talking about the Rapskillions show. It was right here at the High Note. Basically, it was hosted by the Puppets. Before the Green Seed was the Green Seed, it was like the elements of the Green Seed. Because they had a song called like Return to the Rapskillions. So we had a show, Return to the Rapskillions, but it was right here. It was hosted by the Puppets. It's funny, we were sitting down planning the show out. And the suggestion came up, well, you know, why don't we do something different? I might have made the suggestion, I don't know. But I don't think I was being serious. I was just saying, well, why don't we do something different, like have it hosted by puppets? And I remember r-tist coming back saying, yeah, why don't we get some sock puppets or whatever. But somebody had just given me a whole set of like Muppet puppets. I was like, no, not sock puppets, I got some puppets. So I brought the puppets and everybody took a puppet and made it like a character. Like I had Ike and Tina Turner introduce me. I know, who was it? Death Rock was there. Abstract Chemistry was part of the show. So all of the puppets had like actual personas that we made up. Everybody wasn't somebody famous, it was just a character. But we had it right here. We had a hip-hop puppet show at the High Note, and it was well received, like where they do that at. So, you know, just a part of hip-hop history, a part of Birmingham music history, a part of the culture history. Just as a reminder, you know, like even when this building is gone, when this building is not here, the spirit that I discovered has never not been here. Even before I came to the High Note, I remember trying to go somewhere to fit in musically, you know, because the type of music that I love and the type of music that I created, I knew it had to have a home because it was popular, you know, so it had to live somewhere where I live because, you know, that's how you think when you're young. And I was right. So it was here, High Note Lounge. Go ahead, spit. Let's hear it.
I met Ted, man. I met the cat way back through Real Life Poets, man. Shout out to JP, John Paul Taylor. Yeah, he was one of the OGs, you know, who always, somebody I looked up to, you know what I'm saying? Somebody in the community that I seen was a role model, you know, a dope MC, really talking about some substance, you feel me? Like, not just out here gibbering and jabbering, you know what I'm saying? So I met Thad, man, and since day one, I looked up to him, you know, I reached out to seek knowledge from him, to get inspiration from him, and now I'm a part of the team, so we here rocking.
But what we talking about?
Black women from Alabama.
Just black women?
Just women.
I was talking about Alabama specifically. She let me in, and then she didn't. I was talking about her specifically.
Okay.
And the way I did the name of the track is the girl from Alabama, Sam Adams made it. So I was like, you know, it'll be dope. You know, that's a lot of songs about women that's not necessarily positive.
Right.
And it could be like, cause I'm a rap about between my mama, sisters, everything.
Right.
But the point of it is, you know, I've really got to do some research because there's so many Alabama women that birthed our soldiers from the past.
Oh, yeah.
So all the soldiers, everywhere you want to take it,
Yeah.
that.
The High Note was actually one of the very first places that I ever performed at when I first started performing. And the way I remember it, I performed there several times, and it was always an eclectic bunch there. And there was always diversity there. That was one of my favorite things about it, is you could go to a show there on any given night and you're gonna see Black people, you're gonna see white people, you're gonna see Asian people, you're gonna see goth people, you're gonna see conservative people, you're gonna see, I mean, just some of everything. And it was just kind of a melting pot of music and art and people coming together just for the sole purpose of enjoying some good music.
Take two. They call me sanctified. You up with that spirit, the Holy Spirit. Some people feel like they get nervous, now they hear it. Like when the trumpet sounds, or when they hear it. That pour of holy water, don't have the sign hear it. But when my people try to find a way, or when my Bible's finding back to slip through the day. Or whether they're the boys, mother find a place to stay. Or mother answers a prayer, once we begin to pray.
Of the queens who came before me, walking down these Alabama streets, or on the bus refusing to give up my seats. I am the Rosa that grew from concrete, determined to make a dent in history, better yet her story. I'm basking in her glory. She did that then so I can have this moment now. This moment to be who I am, do what I do, refuse to take less because I don't have to. Who am I? I am Angela Davis, fist to the sky, educated and elevating my brothers and sisters' lives. I am next in line to fly, soaring above negativity and giving the world the best of me because, see, just as they paved the way for me, I must clear the way for my niece and those who look to me, cause who am I but a reflection of the queens who came. The High Note Lounge was one of those spots that you will go to and find all the amazing lyricists, artists, musicians, all that stuff just banging in one space. It was really great, a very organic feel to it. And that's something that we don't have to try to remake. It's like continuing. We have that same energy, those same type of artists, that same type of passion still here in Birmingham. I'm always advocating for Birmingham being one of the cities that has so much talent. Man, and that night, in those nights of High Note Lounge, you saw it, you felt it. You couldn't help but just be engulfed with all the mass, just talent and energy in that building. So, y'all, man, let's continue to just support each other. You know what I'm saying? Let's support each other as musicians, as artists, as writers, whatever you do in your artistry. Let's help each other, man, because Birmingham got it. We have it. So I'm excited about it.
Okay, we're standing out in front of historic High Note Lounge. This probably be the last time it even have the High Note on top of it because they teared it down to make it something else. But the spirit of the High Note lives on. It lives on in stuff like It Is Written. It lives on in stuff like every time you hear somebody beating on the table in the lunchroom, spitting verses, that's the spirit of the High Note. Like every time you show up and it's an open mic, whether it's karaoke or not, the spirit of the high note lives. And I think that the resurgence of Birmingham in general and the resurgence of music and art in general and us understanding the purpose of the arts, I think for a lot of us, art has lost its purpose. And I think the High Note Lounge had purpose when we went there. And it wasn't necessarily just to get discovered. It was actually being able to network with people that had like thinking pattern, like-minded individuals. So that's why I see the high note and the spirit of the high note moving on, right? It's gonna basically make sure that everybody know we ain't playing down here in Birmingham. We doing it. That's what's up. We the high note. Peace.
And even if she don't cook, we well fed. And even if she don't bake, we break bread. That girl from Alabama, nuff said. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing enough. Nuff said. And even if she don't cook, we well fed. And even if she don't bake, we break bread. That girl from Alabama, nuff said. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing enough. Nuff said.
I think she indecisive on whether or not she like me. I could go in the paint with her or just do it like Nike. A little timid, just trying to see if she with it. She let me in, so we must be starting from the beginning. Look, we had some differences in dealing with opinions, but it's best to chill and talk about the issue.